Hey guys, you're with carbuyer.com.sg and today we're in a closed room with the all-new, dynamic, fascinating Audi A3.
Yeah, and we're going to show you 3 things about why the new A3 is the most impressive A3 there's been. We're going to show you why it looks the way it does, what's under the bonnet, and what's inside the car as well. So join us.
Now I can actually remember the first Audi A3 coming out in 1996. I was around for that, and it only came as a hatchback back then. And what I remember is that it brought new levels of sort of premium quality and sophistication to the hatchback class. You have to remember there weren't actually any other sort of German brands with premium cars in that segment. After that came the high-performance versions like the RS3 and my favorite, the S3. Fast, but not crazy fast. So when I think of an Audi A3, I do think of premium car in the compact segment, and I think of high performance.
Now, leaving the dynamism and emotion he's so obsessed with aside, the A3 really only became a success here in Singapore with the previous generation. That was the 3rd generation, because that's when we saw the first A3 sedan on sale, and it became a real big seller here for Audi. So fans of the sedan will be glad to know that the 4th generation is a sedan right from the get-go, and it looks really good. So let's take a closer look right now.
Okay, so the first thing you should know about the new A3 sedan is, well, this is my first time seeing the car in real life, and it actually looks like it was designed as a sedan from the start.
Yeah, so let's look at how Audi did this. They got a much more mature appearance this time around. We've got all these figure lines that you don't usually see on smaller cars. We have a very nice sculpt in the body here. It makes the car look very dynamic as well. The whole big Audi experience look in a smaller package.
Something I was going to ask you, because it looks like a bigger car than before.
Yeah, it does, but it's actually not bigger. So the wheelbase is the same. The car is a little bit longer.
Right.
But the whole proportions and everything look much better now, more dynamic and sleek.
Okay.
Yeah.
And something I've noticed about the front of the car as well is that it actually looks as if it's borrowed ideas from some of the bigger and more expensive models from Audi.
Exactly. So the lights, the jagged lights look a bit like the lights on the A4. And also, one of the things about this car is that the aerodynamics are better this time around. So it's reduced to 0.25 coefficient of drag.
Okay.
0.04
well,
better than
leaving
before.
the jargon aside, it means it's more slippery through the air, which helps
exactly.
with efficiency, saves fuel.
Quieter as well.
Okay, so I'm sure there's some technology involved.
Yeah. One of the things they did there was the active aero grille. So that's a piece of technology that's come from bigger Audis. Very clear transfer of technology downwards here.
Okay, so it may be a baby Audi, but it's not sort of spec'd like a baby car.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, so what am I looking at here? What do we have for Singapore?
A car's engine.
Okay.
Okay, jokes aside, this is the 1.5 litre TFSI engine, 150 horsepower, 250 newton meters of torque. That means it's no longer a Cat A car.
Yeah, in the past, the A3 sedan had a 1.4 litre, 122 horsepower.
152, yeah.
So this is a Category B COE car.
Exactly.
Right? So it's got to be expensive, right?
Yeah, but it does win back some points in other ways, and that is under VES, because this is actually paired to a mild hybrid system.
Okay.
So you know how mild hybrids work, right? Just tell the audience.
Okay, so it's a petrol engine, but it has what you call a battery alternator starter. It charges the battery, but when you put a current through it, it also does help to start the engine, and it can actually feed a bit of that torque into to the crank, I guess, which helps to give the car a slight boost. There's other things like the start and stop would be very smooth. So you can have prolonged engine shutdown, that sort of thing, and it all helps to save fuel. So I think
engine shutdown with the aircon on.
With the aircon on, okay, and that's because it's got a 48 volt
hybrid system.
So I guess the aircon compressor runs off the...
Yeah, exactly. But more importantly, fuel consumption drops from 5 litres per 100 km to 4.7, and VES A2 gets you a $15,000 rebate.
Okay, so tax rebate, I like that.
That's the important bit.
Okay, so 150 horsepower, I like that too. Where's the, it's a lithium ion battery?
Yeah, so there's a little lithium ion battery, but I'm going to show you where it is. It's quite an interesting place. Follow me.
Okay, so where's the battery? What am I looking at here?
So the thing is, you're actually sitting on the battery.
Oh, okay,
It's
so...
underneath your seat.
Okay, I'm not so sure how I feel about sitting on top of a pack of...
Yeah, don't worry, it's a tiny little battery, less than like 3 kilowatt hours, and not like we're driving a Tesla, so don't worry.
Okay, fair enough. And anyway, you're sitting on top of a big tank of fuel, so...
That's true.
that's
Haven't
fair.
gone up in flames yet. But okay, so pay attention to the front. So this is where all the action happens, because this cockpit really moves forward in the whole techie, high feeling of dynamism kind of thing. I mean, just look at it, right? What do you think?
It actually looks high-tech, and it feels kind of interesting. Like, there are these 3 buttons here. When I rest my finger on them, don't press
cool.
it actually tells me what the function is. And it's got the digital
So that's the
virtual
light
cockpit.
switch there.
Yeah, never would have guessed it was a light switch. But you know what? You know, we talked about this being baby car, but it doesn't feel like sort of baby car, right?
Exactly.
It's got a lot of premium feel to it. I have to say, some of the plastics I'm not so keen on, but the rest of the cabin, as far as the screens are concerned and the controls, it actually looks really sharp in here.
Right. You got your virtual cockpit, so that whole thing is digital, very bright, very clear.
Yeah.
What we've come to expect from Audi normally. But also look at the layout of the aircon vents and how the cockpit kind of wraps around you. That's a little bit of a sports car feel.
Right.
Very exciting for a car in this small sedan segment, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And what's this thing here?
Oh, so one of the benefits of moving to new platforms, new everything, is that this transmission, which is a 7-speed DCT, they actually shift by wire now.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have a gear shifter anymore, you have this little nub thing.
Cool, okay.
You know, even cars like a Porsche 911 are doing that.
Right.
And one of the benefits is that, you know, you can swing your phone around without smacking into the gear shifter. So that is really like a 2021, peak 2021 right here in the cabin.
Okay, and there's this knob here. It's kind of, it reminds me of the early iPods, you know?
Yeah,
like,
so that there's a touch-sensitive haptic knob. So if you scroll through it, you up and down the volume just like that. But it's also a real button. So 4 buttons in one. War on buttons.
Okay.
Audi's winning it. Yeah.
Well, I have to say, as much as I like the exterior of the car, I think I like the interior better. Right, so that's our little walk around video of the all-new Audi A3. Now keep in mind, we haven't actually driven this car, but we hope to do so soon. Meanwhile, if you want to find out more, please check out our news stories on carbuyer.com.sg, and we'll be posting our reviews soon enough.
That's right, so if you like this video, please like it, and also please subscribe to carbuyer.com.sg. That's all we have for you today. Stay tuned.
See you again.